Hi and welcome to my Just Giving page, where I am raising money for the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation. Now, my event is basically a year, because this year, starting the 1st of February, it's the year of the tiger, which is very important, full stop. But this year is my 60th year, because I am also a tiger, having been born, well, basically 60 years ago, under the sign of the water tiger, which it is this year. So it's a very special year for me too. But that being said, this isn't really about me. This is about the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation. And my connection to them as an artist started last year, when I was inspired to basically create and donate, let's say, for the Artist of the Year competition. And I was immediately inspired to create, in my case, it was a sea turtle. And obviously for many reasons, artists such as myself join in competitions, but I loved the fact of the connection with the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation, and the fact that all our fees actually go to the foundation, and any extra donations you make too during that process, which is great. But I was left with the overall message of it's all about the animals. And I did actually put up a video about this last year on Instagram. But this year I wanted it to once again obviously be involved with the competition. But I didn't want it to be just the competition. And I thought I want it to be all year long. And then I thought, well, it's great that, for each piece of my sculptures that I create, love to donate or sponsor a like animal from the money that I raise when I sell the piece. But I make one-off pieces. I don't make hundreds. So, I thought, as nice as that is, it's not changing the world. So I wondered what more I could do, and at the start of this year, in January, I have been looking at how I actually get across my process and my inspiration and information about the animals. And I thought in that process of actually explaining, for instance, I am creating a pangolin at the moment. As I'm talking about the pangolin and where they come from and all their habits, why not create a Just Giving page? Because whilst it'll be lovely, whoever buys the pangolin, and amount of that will go towards the pangolins, why don't I create a page which means anybody who's been inspired by what I'm actually doing in creating it and my art, or just because I've made them aware of an animal or creature that they didn't realise actually needed their help. So I've created this Just Giving page for that actual reason. So presumably you have arrived here from either one of my videos or one of my pictures and pieces where I've spoken about one of the animals I'm creating this year or have previously created. And what I would love is if anything that I've said has inspired you or told you about an animal you didn't know, which inspired you to donate an amount to the foundation, be it a monthly amount or a one-off amount, be it just a couple of pounds or be it a couple of £100. Either way, whatever amount all of us are donating in, it's a part of a collective. And the target that I've set is £10,000. So just imagine if we're all a part of that £10,000, which is going to be given to the foundation directly, what they could do with that. But equally, that £3 or £5 or however amount you can afford pays for a pair of socks for a ranger when they're patrolling an area and protecting an animal in that area. That even gives me warmth in my heart just thinking about that, keeping them warm or protecting their feet, whichever they need in the climate that they're in. So for me, I thought that enables me, rather than just thinking I'm giving a small amount from my sculptures that I'm creating, from the amount that I'm paid for those, and thinking as I'm giving that's a small amount. Those amounts will be given through this Just Giving and page, and it will be a part of what everybody else is giving too, and it will just seem so much bigger. Makes sense to me anyway. So yeah, I welcome you to be a part of this larger Just Giving project, and I leave it up to the foundation to decide where the money best needs to be spent. And that is what this page is mainly about. But I would also love it if you pass the message on. If you felt inspired to actually go on to the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation page and find out about more they did, and perhaps even sponsor an animal for a child's birthday or something like that as well. If it inspired you to go further, that will be fantastic too, spreading the word. So thank you for listening to this message, and I really hope that you're inspired to donate, however small or large, and I would really love it if you pass the message on.